Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's your favorite duo coming back at you from the studio.
Damn it, no immediate live viewers. What the hell? Those of you who are rewatching this later, thank you for rewatching it.
Yeah, thanks for the rewatch. Shout out. Sorry you're not seeing this live, but hello anyway. Hello. Hello. We are live every Thursday at 6:30. That 6:30 time is just a for now. For now, it's been working pretty well. I feel like we've been getting some good viewers in, saying hello, saying hi, saying what's up. Here we go. We got some people in here now. Hello, hello. Hi, Libby. Hi, Dia. Are you all staying warm out there? We're staying warm in here. We went outside for a little while today, but not for very long. It is cold.
Yeah. I don't have enough warm clothes. I know it's only like 34 today, so it's not really freezing yet. But still, I think last year after the hard freeze, took all the warm clothes and put them in storage, and then never went and got them back again because it just didn't get cold. And now we're have nothing to go outside in.
Yeah.
These are my long sleeves.
Little 3/4 length, light cotton. Very nice, very nice.
So we recently had to start investing in cotton clothing. Some of you that have been watching the Instagram page or even here have seen that we've had a little bit more of fire play been going on lately. Not just an effort to stay warm. In fact, kind of while it's cold, it's just you don't want to go outside and do anything. But in the process of playing with a little bit more fire, have been needing to wear clothing that is fire appropriate. For those of you that don't know, if you're going to be playing with fire, you cannot wear polyesters or certain fabrics because they will melt to your skin. At least cotton will burn. Not saying that sounds like fun. Burning your clothes off isn't necessarily a Tuesday night adventure, but it's better than
having
melting.
your clothes melt to you. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
So this year, I kind of have a personal goal, and we're waiting for the right client, of having a shoot that we combine both fire and underwater. So stay tuned. Also, for those of you that are tuning in right now, let's just go ahead and do the little warm-up. Like us on Facebook.
Like us on Instagram.
We
Follow
have a
us on Twitter.
TikTok. We have an Instagram page. Also, if you go to our website, it lets you sign up for the mailing list.
Sign up for that mailing list.
This one creates the newsletter every week. Or not every week, every month. Yeah, way too much to have to cover. Way too much work to do that every week. But at least once a month, get a little update from us and know what we're going.
Yeah. Good little. It's a nice little newsletter. Being a part of our mailing list is just a fun little way to let me pop into your life every once in a while and say hello.
So for you that are here, do you have any questions?
Comments? Concerns?
I know it kind of posed on the live announcement, if you have any technical questions, any sort of things like that you wanted to know about, feel free to pose them.
Definitely. We are here to answer questions, have a chat, do whatever, as long as we are inside, because it is too cold outside.
One thing, the title of this one was a little bit about the importance of printing things, and just again for those that aren't here yet but may be watching this later for like a rewatch of the live broadcast. What is our TikTok? Should be Spicks Photography. We tried to keep all the brands the same. It's another very important thing for those of you who are eventually starting a business. Make sure that whenever you choose a business name that you can own all the things. So back to printing. I'll wait till Red finishes typing. We kind of wanted to give a little rundown on sort of like, I want to say it's a new business model. I mean, for a long time we just took photos. And when you were done, it was like, here's your photos on a disc, or I would email them to someone or put them on a Dropbox. And that was it. You would be like, okay, you got your photos, have a good day.
Have a great life. See you later.
But then people would start to just run into that challenge, like, okay, like now what do I do with them? I'm going to copy them to my computer, I'll put them on my screensaver.
I'm going to post them up to Instagram so I get memories once a year from that one time that I did a cool shoot. So we are trying to help people treasure their memories and kind of, let this experience last longer by providing print credit with each collection. So you can print things on paper or on metal or on canvas or on all sorts of things, so you can hang them up and put them in your home and enjoy them every day because they're your memories and you should be able to see them.
So I was getting at that when we used to do it where it was just like, here's your photos. And it sort of reminded me of times where I would go on a trip somewhere. Those of you that have gone to the website and looked at the travel section, seen, some of the things that I have done. Again, that's spicksphotography.com. But if you've...
like and subscribe.
I would get back from the trip and, I'd have all these amazing photos on a hard drive somewhere. And maybe I'd post some of them to Facebook, and like she was saying, once a year I'll have that little pop-up that was like, here's where you were 9 years ago. But it was always just a little sad to, have spent the time and the energy to go do something, and the most that I get out of it is a Facebook pop-up. So finally decided to print some things and have some prints hanging up around the house and being able to see some of those memories. It's just a whole different world than where we used to just say, we have the photos, here's your digital file, the end. That's better. We were trying to figure out how to make this thing work better so that we could see you, or see us, and see your comments at the same time.
Yeah.
Not have to scroll all over the place.
We have 3 viewers now. Hello, new viewer. Glad that you're here. We are talking about staying inside and staying warm while it is cold out there. We are also talking about the importance of printing your photos. Do you two do any film photography just for fun? Not so much. I did learn a few years ago how to do the blackroom process, and that was a lot of fun and definitely magical. But we don't have a dark room set up here or anything like that. Most stuff is with the digital camera.
I've played with, I used to have a Lomo, I used to have some other film cameras, not so much doing the darkroom side of things. Quite honestly, on my side of things, I do a lot of Photoshop, but then once something is done, there's a lot of things that you can do with it from there. We have put photos into resin work, we've printed on strange substrates, we've printed on metals, we've printed on things, and then we've got a project involved that's sort of a layering of photo prints and things that we've done. I realize there's a lot of creativity and art that can come in the black room, why do I keep saying that? That can happen in the darkroom side of things, but sort of my talent is, I guess, better put in post.
back to printing photos and having them be hanging up on walls and places. Um, it's been shown that in research that like if you have photos of yourself and of your loved ones around in the home, like you tend to be happier, you tend to share more often, and there's just kind of like this nice feeling of connection and belonging and feeling like you are welcome somewhere. Um, I always loved going to my aunt's house when I was younger, and still now when I'm an adult, but like it's just like a shrine to me. There's just all of these photos everywhere of me from like itty bitty baby to like graduation photos, and it's lovely. Excuse me.
Well, that was another thing was they said that like kids grew up feeling a little bit more like loved and cared for, just being able to see themselves on the wall.
Yeah, you get a sense of belonging, which is a nice thing to have.
And so even back in the day, what would happen is we would take these photos of people, and then someone would come back and they're like, okay, so I have photos and I want to get some printed. What do I do with it? Where do I go? Where do I take it? And I mean, there are really cheap places to print things. You can go to Walgreens and get some cheap prints to go in a little 4x6 on your wall. They don't last that long. After a little bit, they start to wobble, to get wavy, or the colors fade because they're just really not made to be in the sun. But I realize that there's budgets for everybody and there's needs for everything. Sometimes you just need something small, but we do encourage people still to print things. It's kind of sad, again, just to go through some of these giant shoots that we've done and just know that it got posted on Instagram once and that was the end.
Thank you, Shannon. Yes, I'm glad that you get lots of compliments on the huge family portrait that we did.
Yeah.
It's a stunning photo, and you have an amazing family.
Yeah. Shannon's house is quite a little gallery of our work. We love getting to photograph their family over and over again.
All of the time. It is wonderful.
The last time we were there, I got to walk through with the little camera and just kind of video as you go to like wall to wall and just see.
And that was us, and that was us, and that was us, and that was us. It was great. Are you staying warm? It's cold.
Yeah, how is San Antonio right now?
San Antonio right now, yeah. Let's see. It is like 30 something here right now. Which is ridiculous because it was just
78.
so warm. So warm. Yes, exactly. Staying inside. Inside is the place to be. Oh, it's not even that bad right now. It's 43 degrees. I always remember when I was in high school, I played on the swim team, and I swam on the swim team and played water polo. And we used to practice in a pool that was outside. It was heated, but it was outside. And so if it was below 45 degrees, we would do dry lands. We wouldn't swim. But if it was 45 degrees or above, then we would still be able to swim. And it was so, so, so cold. And that little sprint from like getting out of the pool to running into the locker room to get into like the one warm shower was like, oh my gosh, like all the adrenaline that you would ever need for anything. Aw, sweet. Thank you.
I'm glad we're appealing to our 6-year-old audience.
Definitely. 6-year-olds rule the TikTok, so I'm glad. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how to use TikTok a little bit more. Pictures printed didn't happen. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if it's just online, it's probably Photoshop. But if it's printed, definitely real.
Then it's real.
So you've been learning TikTok?
Yeah, so I've been learning how to TikTok. You're allowed, Shannon. You can tease me whenever you want. So I've been using TikTok more often, more recently. I've been trying to figure out how to do the cool stuff that people have been doing on TikTok, so that way we can make some engaging content too. I think our most viewed video right now is the one with one of our underwater shoots that we did last year. People always love the underwater stuff, so
Shout out to Julian. They're getting married soon. It was nice to shoot their underwater engagement shoots.
definitely.
And then we, designed their engagement flyer, and got that out to them. I'm excited to see all that finally go down, and potentially photographing their wedding.
Definitely. I wanted to see. Yep, still the underwater one. Oh no, our product photography one has more views than that one. Oh wow.
We photographed a purse. People love it.
People love it.
So engaging content, and I give a lot of photographers, I give some photographers a lot of credit, because it is not easy to go out to a photo shoot and also create behind the scenes videos and kind of be engaging. A lot of times we're out at a place and it's a lot of work. Getting the scenes right, setting things up, doing testing shots. She is usually the stand-in for all of the test shots before we bring our clients out or models out, and then fixing them and doing little tweaks to the set because someone's whiter than she is or someone's darker than she is, and trying to do all of that and get good photos and video behind the scenes and show people the fun side of the shoot. It's a lot of work. So a lot of credit to you guys out there that are.
A lot goes into it.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then we've been noticing on our Instagram that when we post behind the scenes stuff, man, everyone goes wild. Everyone is liking it, commenting on it, sharing it, doing all of the things. But when we post up just amazing photos of stuff, people are like, this is okay, I guess. But we want to see you all sweaty behind the camera instead.
This is sort of like my thing with giving reviews to restaurants online, or just anything, any sort of review. It's like when you do your job and you provide a great meal, restaurant food in this example, people are just like, food was good, you did your job. And I feel at times that's sort of like what when we post our work. It's people are like, Chris took another great photo. Scroll on. And trying to get people to trying to get a little bit more engagement in there is hard. But whenever we get to photo us hanging out with the clients, or me holding a camera, or her fixing someone's hair, for some reason it's like people get to see this whole other world.
We're just normal people too. It's pretty great, pretty good stuff. I'm gonna grab my water bottle real quick.
Okay. Everybody who is watching right now, take a drink of water. It's good for you. Keeps your skin healthy. It's also good for swimming in.
Yeah, we have our first underwater shoot booked for this year.
And it's an artsy one.
It's in March. So hopefully it'll be warm by then. You have some water too.
Yeah.
It's important.
Okay.
Hydration is very important. Make sure that you're drinking water, staying healthy. It's a mad, mad world out there.
And as we found out, as I've always known, and Red has found out recently, water with lemon or water with, some flavor in it still counts as water.
Water with lemon I can get behind. It was the coffee. I don't think that coffee counts as water.
I don't really count coffee as water, but I don't really drink that much coffee. I'm having 1 cup a day, if that. Having 2 to 3 cups a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not considering that part of my water
My water
hydration.
intake. Yeah, exactly.
But Shannon, you guys, coffee, it probably still counts as hydration, but add some real water in there. I know you guys burn through some coffee.
Definitely.
How far in advance would a graduating student need to get on your schedule for a summer graduation?
Right now.
There's a lot of senior portrait graduation photo photographers that are already booked completely through the summer. One of our associate photographers has, I think, they have one opening next month and like two openings after that, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So it's always good to really get a jump on things. When we will kind of post up at times and just say like, hey, like if you're looking to get this kind of a shoot done, you have to get on it now. Christmas cards, we'll just talk about that since it just happened. A lot of people will wait until December, and
Or November,
well,
which is still too late.
yeah. But like waiting till December and then trying to get a shoot done, hope that the weather's perfect on the day that you wanted to get it done, photo, edit, approve, re-edit. We always do like usually 2 rounds of edits, just base edits and then the really detailed edits. And then trying to get something printed, and then you're dealing with things that are a little bit out of our control. I do not personally make Christmas cards here, but like things just start to get a little wild. Even mid-November is still just in that spot where like the slightest hiccup anywhere can throw the whole schedule up.
Yeah.
So I use that as
especially with like shipping delays and things like that happen around the holidays, and printers get overwhelmed with all of the orders that come in. So it's better to get things done earlier rather than later.
We still have requests now, even for Valentine's Day photo shoots, and it's just one of those, like, I mean, more like the boudoir realm of things, but we're in that time right now where it's getting pretty close to, it's too late to really get something done and printed and delivered to someone by Valentine's Day. There's a little bit more time, but hurry up, those of you that want one.
Yeah.
But back to graduation photos. If it's during a weekday, things can be a little flexible. If it's on a weekend or if it has to be like on a holiday weekend, book those way in advance.
Yeah. Delicious. Need my hydration. Let's see. Got four viewers in here now. Hooray.
Whoever is new, tell us something.
Yeah. Give us a hello. Give us a shout out.
We promise not to tell all of our, secrets about you.
We might, though. Spill some secrets. Spill some secrets. So we are trying to do this every Thursday at 6:30. We're trying to go live whether we are in studio staying warm or whether we are out on set somewhere. We are trying to go live every Thursday at 6:30 just so that way you guys can have some regular FaceTime with us.
Yeah. I mean, 2 years of pandemic at this point, not really being able to see friends and things have laxed a little bit, but
very cool, Shannon. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know, getting to be on video, chatting with people, especially Facebook friends and followers, is a nice break for us too. Good to
Definitely. Sounds like a plan. We have plenty of room.
Yes. Those of you that have been to the studio, we have this nice little grass rug in the living room. Your friend can sleep on the rug.
Yeah.
It's just like sleeping outside on the ground.
Except it's inside and on a rug. Yeah, sweet. Um, yeah, printing your photos is important. Making sure that you have tangible memories, because like JPEGs won't last forever, your phone won't last forever, things will happen to the cloud or whatever, um, and it will take you down. Um, I know that I just Snapchat just got deleted, so all of my photos from a lot of my photos from there were gone. So like I'm glad that I had like printed some of my photos from Snapchat, even if they're just like little selfies or things like that. Like those are still worthy photos to be printed, because you never know when you might lose them. So.
And on that topic, I know that it's like you might have heard her just say, like the cloud isn't forever and JPEGs won't last forever. And the same thing happens with printing. I mean, we like nothing is forever, and that's sort of like a scary thing. Back in the day, we would burn everything to a DVD and give to someone, and then you found out that an actual burned DVD only has about a 4-year shelf life before it's ruined. How many times have we put something on a hard drive and have a hard drive crash and lose everything? One thing that I will usually stress to people, and I'll tell you guys too, save it somewhere, save it on a hard drive, save it on a flash drive. Flash drive's still going to go bad eventually. Put it in at least 2 different clouds. If you have a Dropbox or if you have Apple or Google Drive or whatever you have, like put your precious things in various places, just so if something happens,
You have a backup.
yeah.
And then you have a backup for your backup and a backup for that backup too. Because they're important.
And we can always print something again. And for the most part, we try to hold on to clients' work, but at the same point, we can't. I mean, it's not going to last forever. Something eventually is going to happen. Every couple years, we upgrade a new hard drive and move everything to a bigger, fancier hard drive, so we just have more space. But still, like it's just safety's sake. You have precious moments, good, happy memories. Spread them out.
Print that.
And print them.
Print it. Print it. Print it. You'll never regret it. You'll always be glad that you have that photo rather than like just a blank space on your wall. People love coming into the studio. We have artwork hanging up everywhere. We have photos. We have paintings. We have all sorts of stuff. And people like seeing that. People come in and they're like, oh my gosh, you have art everywhere. And we're like, yeah, we're artists. And even if we weren't artists, you should still have art everywhere because it just improves your quality of life.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, we give people about a month. If you are, most people can make decisions within a month's time. If you're really struggling, or if you had like a larger project, like if we did like a wedding for you or something like that, we can give you like 2 or 3 months to go through. But we try not to kind of like we try not to let it drag out for too long, because we want you to have your stuff soon after your shoot, not like months and months and months later.
One thing that we have to work on, doing this whole live broadcast thing, you learn little things, and one thing I know we have to work on is whenever we answer someone's question is saying the question, because if someone is rewatching this, no one has any clue what we're referencing.
That's true.
Shannon had asked, how long does someone have to order from us after the shoot, or even just to get their files? We've had shoots for people where they just wanted digital files, and they still took 6 to 8 months just to finally get their files. So we kind of don't like things to really drag on, just because in the same thing of what we just talked about, accidents happen. And I wouldn't want someone to have their family reunion photo shoot, and then 8 months later a hard drive crashes or something and they don't have their photos just because they never did anything with it. So we typically encourage, get on it, make your choices, try to choose whatever you can as soon as you can. But like Red was saying, I mean, we'll leave things up for a month or two. We can't, I mean, just size and data. We can't really leave every single client's job up forever and ever. It's just way too much to try to manage online. So a month or two is usually about fair.
And yeah, and you're saying that's fair, and people forget too, and I think that it is fair, and people do forget. Um, People forget all the time to do stuff. I forget all the time to do stuff. So like we also try to have like little reminders that go out to just be like, hey, just so you know, like your gallery's still open. You still have a few days. Like, hey, your gallery's still. Hey, you only have 1 or 2 days left. Make sure that you're paying attention to your gallery, so that way you're not being bombarded with emails or anything like that, but you're just getting like these nice little reminders to just be, um, to just kind of let you know.
And I mean, again, like life happens. I mean, we've definitely had clients in the past 2 years that have gotten horribly sick after a shoot, not because of us, but just within that following month, have gotten sick or they've had, crisis happen, and it's not really the best time for them to go through and pick out their favorite photos.
Yeah.
So things like that happen. Someone just reaches out and say, hey, that's sort of why we do the automated, like, there's this much time, don't forget your photos, blah, 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 emails, so that if you are going through something, you can be like, hey, I'm going to need a little bit more time. We are dealing with a move.
Yeah.
Good
stuff. Good stuff.
So at some point, I want to be able, we'll figure this out. I want to be able to do like a live video and also sort of do a live shoot at the same time, so you guys can see and we can answer a little bit more questions. Yes, Shannon. Shannon asked if, she said she forgot to share the job post and if we were still trying to hire another person. We are still trying to hire someone. If you know someone that is currently looking for a position, feel free to tell them. We're basically looking for a business development person. We need someone that can reach out to some clients and remind them we're here, reach out to new clients. So
lead generation type stuff. Some sales background would be great. You don't have to have photo experience. You don't have to have video experience. Mainly just background in some kind of business.
Yeah. We talk to people who aren't creative, and so it really helps for us to be a little creative so we can help them envision things that we're talking about. But yes, share that.
Is our video quality okay? Can you guys hear us?
We just got a little buzz being like, your video quality is garbage. How does my face look?
Do we look okay? Can you hear us? Are we staticky? Are we coming through loud and clear? Now I'm just waiting for an answer.
Somebody tell me that I really exist.
Otherwise, like, the live video has just already ended and we're just here talking to ourselves.
We have 2 viewers. Someone out there is watching us. Spencer, if it's you, say hello.
Right?
Oh no.
Y'all look great, but it pauses a lot. Man, that is very unfortunate. Let's see. Let's see if we can go ahead and close some stuff out. Well, that was the only thing that was playing, so.
Spotify? I don't know, close Spotify just for the hell of it. I wonder if there's something.
Oh, I didn't even see that it was open.
Yeah, last week we shot the video not quite realizing that we had the music playing in the background just a little bit. And then we rewatched it and we're like listening to all the songs. Like, okay, remember next week. Turn that off.
Definitely. as good as our music is, you probably just want to hear our lovely voices instead. Excellent, excellent.
Let's see. Other things that have happened this week. This week, we got to set 2 people's heads on fire. That was fun.
We did.
And take photos of it. We were... Yep.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you for letting
Totally
us know.
Spotify.
Probably.
We were supposed to have another fire shoot with some people, and then they canceled at the last minute and rescheduled for Wednesday, and then Wednesday canceled at the last minute, and this is why sometimes we hate people like that. you just reschedule your week around something, and then it's like, nope.
And this is why we take deposits.
Yep. Yesterday, for those of you that have seen on Facebook or Instagram, not on TikTok yet, but if you're only following our TikTok, I don't know how you found out about this, but we got a set of giant angel wings. So we're looking forward to some very creative shoots with those.
Angel wings. Yeah, very exciting stuff.
Big white fluffy ones. They're actually hanging right up there, you just can't see them.
See?
Angels exist, they're just invisible. Oh, and we got to drive to the Woodlands and photograph another magazine cover article featuring one of the socialites.
Woodlands realtors.
In the Woodlands. It was a great fun shoot with a woman and her dogs.
Her dogs were so cute and had so much energy and brought a lot of life to the shoot and to set, so it was really, really nice. And we got to just see them kind of playing and interacting with each other to show this kind of softer side of this big realtor in the Woodlands. It was really nice.
Just because you sell multi-million-dollar homes does not mean that you don't like soft little puppies.
Exactly.
Let us see.
When will the magazine get printed? I believe that was for the March issue. So it should be out sometime at the end of February.
Yeah. That's one thing that's kind of sad about the magazine work that we do, is just that you don't get to show it until... So, example, like which reminded me, thank you, when we photographed the New York Yankees pitcher that 2 months ago, his article just came out 2 weeks ago. So we can actually show those now. I just need to get online and we did a photo shoot for Haggerty last summer in the burning hot summer day that didn't get used until December, and sort of in the same lines of that, like you have these awesome photos that you took of some really cool people in cars, and you're just not allowed to show them or do anything with them until they get to print them first.
Yep. But yeah, keep an eye out for our Instagram in the next couple of days, and we'll definitely have some of our great shots of Hayden Wesneski up on the gram and on Facebook. Pitcher for the New York Yankees from Cy-Fair High School originally. I think so.
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading. Shannon said it cut out again. I don't know if the cold is messing with the internet, but we are not doing anything here.
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to get an official cord to run to the internet and not do Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that might be a good workaround. Make sure that we're providing you guys a quality stream. We'd rather you be able to see us and hear us and understand us than doing the opposite of that. So
yeah. Talk to my neurologist.
You're so silly.
Okay, so we got somebody new. Who else is here? Hey.
Hello, hello.
Vegan dinner sometime soon? Say yes.
Yeah, definitely. Say yes. Say yes.
And yeah, Shannon, we'll get AOL. We'll be right on that one.
Yeah.
I photographed a 66 red convertible Corvette for Mecum, Mecum Auctions. It's like high end auction site. Um, and the guy whose car it was, he had like his email address was. I'm not going to give you his email address, but it was like John at AOL. Like it was. He had to have signed up for AOL when it first started to have like just a simple name at AOL.com. And I was kind of shocked because I'm like, oh man, you still use AOL, but then I realized like, I mean, you have probably the easiest email for
Email
anybody
for
to
anyone to
remember.
remember. Yeah. That's pretty great. Yeah, just like a little 3-4 letter name with like just at AOL.
Yeah.
Much better than Red at spicksphotography.com. That's my email. If you ever want to shoot me an email, feel free to.
But if you're gonna shoot me an email, there's also shootme at spicksphotography.com, which is so much to type. Just sadly, that's how it works. You can always just go to our website and click send an email, and it'll automatically do it for you. Yeah.
Shannon said he could probably sell his email address for $1 million. Yes, at least. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know, seeing technology grow, when you could have just go online and buy like basically any website you could think of, and now it's like the only way you can buy a website is if it's 40 letters long, or like you intentionally misspell a bunch of it. It's getting a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
So Mandy, was that a LOL yes to dinner or an LOL no to dinner? Because kind of hungry.
We need to eat.
I've just been snacking on Jordan almonds all day long. That's how I keep my energy going for editing.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
And again, if anybody has any questions, eventually, again, we're going to try to get to the point where we get to, maybe give some photograph tutorials or just discuss little things. I know with Shannon, like we'll do one-on-one sessions where we get to, go over how to use her phone camera, editing apps on how to edit images, little things that help.
Good.
I like that is 4 3-letter words.
LOLing. The AOL. That's cute.
Now you need to do the AOL.
AOL.
But yes, at some point I would like to be able to, I mean, yes, come photograph with us. That's kind of the point of everything. But also, let's make your daily photos a little bit better too.
Yeah. Just sharing some hints and tricks on just things that you can do to make your everyday photos just look a little bit better.
Mandy said we should be behind the scenes on shoots. We are behind the scenes on shoots. That's why you don't see us.
We are definitely planning on doing some more of that. It's a lot to be on set and doing all of the things that we have to do on set, as well as get BTS stuff. Most of the time we'll have a third person on set with us and they're able to get some things. But we are trying to be better about doing live stuff behind the scenes this year on set with some of our clients. So look out for that.
We went into the shoot at in the Woodlands this week, and I did that. Got the phone out, and I started to do a record, and then someone came in and started talking. You're like, okay, no, scrap that. Okay, wait for everybody to leave. Okay, get the camera out. Okay, hey guys, we're on set at this thing, and this is what we're about to do. And then the whole rest of the time was just go, 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 move lights, set things up, tell people how to do. And you're like, I never got the camera back out to kind of like revisit it. The only thing kind of that we can do besides that is we sometimes will take the GoPro with us and just set it off to the side and just let it do like a time lapse of the shoot.
And those are pretty fun too.
But they can be like, you know, I'm not able to really interact or talk about what we're doing, or it's just the same angle. So there's been times where we've just throw that whole
Now
thing
we
away.
can't use any of this. It's pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
And yes, I misread Mandy's comment. It was you guys should do behind the scenes, not be
Okay.
behind the scenes. Thought she was saying we should hide from the camera.
She's like, why are you in front of the camera right now? You should be behind the camera, definitely. No, I'm just playing. I feel like this has been a really good live video.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Anyone have any questions?
Questions, comments, concerns? Remember, we're here live every Thursday at 6:30 on Facebook.
We are going to try to do a shoot this week using the angel wings. Oh, damn it. I mean, dang it. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching.
Oh no.
It could just be San Antonio, because you're the only one complaining about it. So where I was getting at with that was we are trying to do another shoot with the angel wings this week. We will probably try really hard to shoot some behind the scenes of that. It's really hard on those kind of shoots to go live, not that anyone asked us to, but you know, you'd kind of like to be able to go live and talk and mention about what you're doing at the moment, but we can try to do some just behind the scenes shots on that.
Yeah, definitely.
How long does a typical shoot take? Mandy asked how long a typical shoot takes. We have a lot of people who have this imagination that you just walk in, sit down, snap, 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 and you're done. It's not the case.
Generally, an hour and a half to 2 hours is a pretty good, reasonable amount of time to assume that you'll be on set. For shoots that have, you know, like if you have like, maybe you have quite a few wardrobe changes, maybe we're underwater, maybe we're out at a location that's very popular, like then these kinds of things might take a little bit longer, but we don't charge hourly. So it's not, so your session fee just covers your session. So whether it takes an hour or whether it takes 3 hours, it's still the same session fee.
You know, sometimes like a headshot, if it's a very, very simple headshot, we're still looking 30 to 45 minutes. Just by the time someone comes in and we talk and introduce and we're like, okay, like, again, we usually set up with red, get them in, check the lighting again, realize that, you know, if the light isn't quite perfect for them, we've got to move some stuff around. Probably a good 5 to 10 minutes just to get someone comfortable and to kind of get that like real laugh. Like they've had the light flash enough times that they're not being anxious and nervous about what to do, or just, you know, I mean, I am still really anxious when someone points a camera at me. That's why I hold the camera. You know, it takes a good little bit for someone to kind of finally let the guard down and let the real smiles come out. And
it's just a little bit of like warm up time to just kind of get used to seeing what it feels like to be in front of the camera, to be on set with us, to have all of these lights going off and everything like that. It can be a little overwhelming, so it takes you a minute to just kind of get used to that and be able to take a breath and be able to feel comfortable there before we continue. So usually, even for a headshot, you're probably still going to be here for 45 minutes to an hour.
And then you throw in another person in there and two people interacting together. Underwater photo shoots with two people can be wild, just because you have no means of communicating at all. Like it's really like, okay, you both go underwater and try not to make silly faces and also try to interact nicely together. And I can tell you exactly what to do. I can say, okay, you're going to go underwater and you're going to grab her like that, and they're going to reach your hand out and you're both going to look up. And then you go underwater and you try to do any of that. It can be a process.
Changes everything.
Mandy did not ask a question, but I'm going to repeat this anyway. She said, "You guys are the best of the best, so you're doing something right. Love y'all's work."
Thank you so much, Mandy. That's very, very sweet.
Mm-hmm. Shannon's going to chime in a second and say it completely blacked out during all that and nobody saw anything.
Hopefully not. Hopefully our stream has been pretty consistent, if not a little wonky here and there. But we appreciate you all tuning in with us. Thank you for joining us on this lovely freezing Thursday. Hope that everyone is staying warm and cozy. We are looking forward to coming back to you all live next week.
I'm going to take a second and expand a little bit more on Mandy's question of how long does a typical shoot take, because there is a side of this that people don't take into mind. For us, if someone is going to do a shoot, there's probably 45 minutes of setup. Sometimes it's, moving the pizza box or something, setting the lights up, getting everything kind of set up, dialing stuff in. Someone shows up, we shoot, again, let's just say a headshot, 45 minutes. They leave, you have probably 10 minutes of get all the files onto the computer, and then starts going through everything, trying to weed out all the bad ones. This can easily be between 30-45 minutes to like 2 hours, depending on how many shots are taken. And if it's a wedding, you're really talking about you take batches of 100 to 150 photos at a time and just try to like weed through those, and then like you come back later and do more. And at this point, we're only narrowing down the good ones. You kind of go through that process again to select like the great ones. Send those to a client. Well, rewind. Do some base editing, the minor adjusting little things, making the photo vertical, doing minor little tweaks. Mm-hmm. Send something to a client. Client approves. Oh, I love these photos, etc. So then you go back in, and then comes the actual going in and fixing all the skin imperfections and the flyaway hairs. And a 45 minute headshot can easily take 5 to 6 hours of actual production work.
Yeah. For every hour that you're shooting, there's definitely like 3 to 4 hours of other stuff that goes into the shoot.
Yeah. So when you guys deal with photographers and you find out, you hear whatever their hourly rate is, just remember all the rest of the things that go into work. Even you go to a restaurant and you see the salmon or something and it's $30 and you're like, salmon's $10 at the store, why am I paying $30 for this? Well, it's all the rest of that you didn't have to do. And yeah, Shannon, get it together. Yep.
Yeah.
But that's how you make great work.
It's a lot of effort.
Mandy said it's insane I'm assuming it's insane the amount of time that goes into work. It's also insane that Shannon keeps losing signal. So we'll just this could go this could go anyway. When you there are definitely, like, we see photographers on Instagram, I'm sure we all see it, that take the photos and that's it. Like, posted the photos, no editing, no detail. I saw some work today where someone posted photos they took up on Instagram, a professional of photos that they took on Instagram, and out of like the whole white square, the person was kind of down and off centered at the left on a white background, and you're just like crop it in a little bit.
There's a lot that a crop can do.
Yep. Um,
Awesome.
yeah, thank you all for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Come back and join us again next Thursday at 6:30.
And,
We'll be live.
And hopefully we'll have some behind the scenes something to share along the way.
Definitely. Yeah, look for us to go live again sometime next week, hopefully on set.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Thank you guys.
Thanks so much. Have a great one. Talk to you soon.